Welcome to the very first episode of BeastSpeaks. I am your host, Noah Hunter. So on this first episode, I just want to talk about what my plans are with this channel. If I ever stay consistent with it and decide to upload actual content on it. Kind of just did this out of boredom because I don't know. I decided why not. So, like I said, my name is Noah Hunter. I'm 24 years old. At the moment, I am a college student at Greenville Tech. I take auto body repair, something I've been interested in for a while. So I guess on this first episode, it'll just be like me just talking about myself and people getting to know me as a person. So one thing I wanted to talk about is something that recently just happened, which some sad news. Hate to start it that way, but I wanted to talk about Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball. If you didn't know, he passed away March the 1st, which I believe was Friday. Very sad to hear. Supposedly he died of a blood clot in his brain. He was 68 years old. People who know me know that I love anime. Like, it's like my top 5 favorite things. And Dragon Ball was in my top 5 favorite animes. So it's really, it was really hard to hear that he had passed. But it's so crazy how one man's work has such an impact on people all around the world. Like, people know who Goku is. Like, even if you didn't watch Dragon Ball, you know who Goku is. You've heard of a Super Saiyan, even though you may not know what it looks like. You've heard the word Super Saiyan. So rest in peace to Toriyama. Really, his work is so important to just the anime and manga industry in general. Like, if it wasn't for him, a lot of stuff wouldn't even exist. Like One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, My Hero Academia. Those shows would not exist if it wasn't for Akira Toriyama. And it's crazy because, so one thing about me is that I love writing. Like, one day, it's like my dream to be like a writer. Like, I want to write movies and TV shows. And so I actually have my own anime that I was writing called Freak. And the main character, his name is Nathan. His powers are basically like Ki from Dragon Ball. Basically, he can use his own life energy as like energy blast and stuff like that. And I got that idea from Dragon Ball. And I wanted my main character's powers to be unique from the rest of the characters in the show. So I was like, what's a power that I can give him that's powerful but not too OP, especially if he doesn't know how to use it, and that's very different from all the other characters that I'm going to create in this story that's going to have powers. And I immediately thought about Goku and the Z Fighters and Gohan, because Dragon Ball just has such a huge impact on, everything, So, rest in peace to Toriyama. Your work was amazing. Like, his art style was just beautiful. So yeah, and it's crazy because I love anime, so my favorite anime character is Gohan from Dragon Ball. So it's really hard to hear about that, but we can't live forever. But his name will forever be immortalized in history as one of the greatest manga artists, one of the greatest writers of all time. So rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. I pray for his family. Hope to help them during this hard time. So, but enough about the sad stuff. Something else I wanted to talk about was like what my goals are for this channel. So I don't really have any, I guess. Maybe to be consistent, to really find out what it is that I want to post on this channel. I don't know. I don't want to really do any IRL stuff, even though I would say like my favorite content creators are IRL, like RDC World or AMP. I wouldn't say AMP is like my favorite, but like they're cool. Um, but I think I want to do more like analytical stuff. Like, and I want to analyze stuff, especially when it comes to like writing. Because, like I said, like my dream job would be to be like a screenwriter or a script, a writer. So I don't know. I don't really know, man. So, but this is something new. I like trying new things, even if it scares me. You know, I So, here we are. I've done the podcast before, actually, with some friends. My friends Kai, Seth, and Cameron. We had a podcast called Technically Talking. I actually had a lot of fun. Maybe one of these episodes, I can get the group back together and we can do be on beat. Dang, what is the name of this? BeastSpeaks. I don't know. That's kind of a terrible name. I might change it. But yeah. I think I want to like analyze like characters and like movies and TV shows, and I don't know, maybe just fiction in general, fiction and nonfiction. I don't know, but we'll see. Um, the Beast Speaks, like the podcast, I kind of want this to be like a regular thing. I don't know exactly what I would talk about, but I'll find my way. Um, but yeah, one thing that I, hmm, yeah, see, this is the thing. I don't know what to talk about next. This would really be hard to do by yourself. So I guess I need to find a co-host or some co-host, or maybe I could just do this by myself and then just have a guest every so often or something like that. I don't know. I don't really know. Uh, oh, one thing I would like to talk about is school. Man, school is stressing me out. I like it, but it's just, man, some of this stuff like my other courses that don't have anything to do with auto body repair, I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Like my English class, hate it. I mean, I'm doing okay. I got a B, so I'm passing. But like I don't really need this information. Like I'm trying to paint cars. I'm not trying to, I don't know. But oh, thinking about painting cars, my paint gun came in today. Looks really good. I already got it adjusted, got my adjustment set up. Hopefully on Monday when I go back to school, we'll finally get to paint. I'll get to paint the hood of the Honda Accord that me and another student have been working on. Uh, my gun is an Aero Pro. I found it on Amazon. It was about $70 something. It's a good looking gun, high quality. I couldn't get the freaking needle out to save my life. Junk was so hard to pull out. Even it came with a pressure gauge too, which is pretty cool. So I'm very excited to use this on Monday. Hopefully I get to use it on Monday, because hopefully Brandon will be done getting that high spot out of that fender, so we can go ahead and paint the fenders and paint the hood. Now that I got my gun, oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. As the kids say these days, I'm strapped up. Nah, that was cringy. Why did I say that? Oh man, that's how you know you're getting old, when you start using like when you no longer know like what the what the lingo is. Like that's how you know you've officially reached old head status. And you try to use lingo that younger people use. See, the fact that I'm referring to them as younger people just shows I'm old. But I'm only 24, so like, am I really old? Um, man, one thing I wanted to talk about is Marvel. I'm a huge geek. I love nerdy stuff, or my nerd, whichever one is the one where you like the very fantasy and comic books stuff like that. I love stuff like that. So, um, man, Marvel movies have been kind of bad. I wouldn't say bad. They've just been mid, I guess. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I thought that was a decent movie. Kane carried. I think Jonathan Majors did an excellent job. The rest of the movie was just like. I feel like I could have wrote that movie better. Not gonna lie. Loki was season 1 and season 2 amazing. The Marvels is not as bad as people say it is. Like it's just okay. Kamala, Miss Marvel, best part of the movie. Everything else is just okay. Um, what else? I think that's like the latest in the MCU. But if we talking about like the Sony stuff, I did watch Madam Web. I wasted my time. Terrible, terrible movie. And it's so funny seeing Dakota Johnson do interviews talking about like the movie and stuff. It's just like she regrets making the movie as much as I regret watching it. Like that's how bad it is. Um, Sony just doesn't care. I think they're just trying to keep the rights to Spider-Man, and I get it. Like Spider-Man is their bread and butter. They're not making no money off of Uncharted. Like Uncharted was alright, but it wasn't no masterpiece. It's not Spider-Man or Spider-Verse. Um, but yeah, and I saw the trailer for Craven. That I don't get it. I don't. It's like, did these people even pick up a comic book? I don't know, man. It just looks. It just looks pointless. That's what it looks like. It looks pointless. Like, what is the point of making all these villain solo films? Like, do I like Craven the Hunter? Yeah, I think he's a really cool Spider-Man villain. Does he deserve a whole movie? Probably not. Probably not. Um, I it's just I don't get the point. Like you just wasting money at this point, Sony. You throwing millions of dollars into these movies just for them to flop, and it's just like I don't know. You're just wasting money. That's all I can say. Um, and I keep hearing that Sony wants to make a Sinister Six movie. They've been trying to do that since Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man. Whoever at Sony is trying to get that movie off the ground, just stop it, bro. No, nobody's trying to see that. I saw Morbius. It was terrible. It was boring. The most boring movie I've ever watched. Having Vulture show up in the post-credit scene doesn't make any sense. It breaks the continuity of the MCU and of the Sony universe. I don't want to watch a Sinister Six movie. Who's going to be the villain of that? Spider-Man? If he is, then the audience is going to root for Spider-Man because Spider-Man's the hero. So I don't know, man. I feel like Sony they just need to go ahead and sell after they make Spider-Verse 3 or Beyond the Spider-Verse. Just sell the rights of Spider-Man and all of his characters back over to Marvel because Marvel will do them justice. Then again, maybe not. They still haven't even used Scorpion yet in the MCU, so maybe not. I will say I'm excited for the Fantastic Four movie. They released the cast. They announced the cast. I think the casting's pretty good. I think his name is Pedro Pascal, the guy who's going to be playing Reed Richards. I don't know about that. Um, like I'm pretty sure dude is a good actor. I haven't seen him in anything, but like, oh, and maybe John Krasinski was just too busy. But that's who I would have preferred. I think he did a pretty good job in the Doctor Strange movie. Should have just kept him. Um, Michael B. Jordan not coming back as Human Torch is a good thing. Um, Human Torch is white again, which is fine. I just don't understand that casting in that 2015 movie. Like I like Michael B. Jordan. I think he's a good actor. I think he's a pretty decent director too. I think he did a good job with Creed 3, but why was he chosen for the Human Torch in that movie? I don't get it. Um let's see. Oh, they cast Joseph Quinn, the guy from Stranger Things, who played Eddie Munson as the Human Torch. I think that's pretty good. Ebon Moss Baccarat, I think that's how you pronounce his name, as the Thing. I don't think I've seen him in anything, but I think he'll do fine. Vanessa Kirby, yeah, I think she fits the part. So she looks good. So I think this cast will do okay. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, Also, I'm very excited to see what James Gunn is gonna do with the DC movies. I'm a huge fan of James Gunn and his work. Some of the best Marvel movies, the Guardians movies, were directed by him, written by him. So, oh, and he also did the Suicide Squad, the good one. So, I think that James Gunn will do DC justice. My ultimate dream would be to work with him on making DC movies. I just feel like me and him together, man, we could create. It would be like peak MCU. I think personally, honestly, because I, as much as I love the MCU, love Marvel comics, I'm more swayed towards DC. I think they have the better characters. Um, I love Nightwing is actually my favorite comic book character. I love the Batman family, all the members of the Batman family. Um, I can name all of them. I love Green Arrow. I love the Flash. I love Static Shock or just Static in the DC comics or Milestone comics. I love Blue. I forgot that Blue Beetle had a movie. Yeah, that was decent. Like it was an average superhero movie. That's what that was. I feel like the CG could have been a little bit better. The villain was really, really bad, but it is what it is. But yeah, I love Blue Beetle too. Green Lantern, like really great characters, and I would love to work on anything in the DC universe with James Gunn because I feel like I actually started on a script for a Batman and Robin movie. Like I think the moment he announced that the Batman movie in his universe would be a Batman and Robin movie, I started working on a script for a Batman and Robin movie. I think I got like 90% of the first act written. So I kind of stopped because I started focusing on school and other stuff, but I would love to write that Batman and Robin movie. I think I would do a good job, and I would do Dick Grayson instead of Damian Wayne for Robin because, well, I'm biased, obviously, but I feel like a good Dick Grayson on screen hasn't been done. Sure, we had Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, but that wasn't like a good like that was a grown man pretending to be Robin. Robin is a kid. Each member of each Robin that's the kid, and then they grow up and then they graduate and become somebody else, whether it be Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin. Well, I guess Damien still is just Robin, but you see what I'm saying. But I would love to work with James Gunn in the DC movie universe, like just writing those movies. Um, I would love to do a Teen Titan movie, like a live action Teen Titan movie that's actually good. Um, I guess I would keep a similar tone to the original Teen Titans cartoon. I love that show growing up as a kid. Um, might be like top five in my favorite cartoons. Hold on, is it? Let's see, because we got Avatar: The Last. Ooh, gotta talk about Avatar. I got to talk about it. Got to talk about the live action. Yeah, but top five cartoons: Avatar: The Last Airbender, Tom and Jerry, SpongeBob. Ooh, hold on. This is actually tough. Am I gonna throw a regular show in there? I think I gotta throw a regular show in there. It might not actually be a top five, but I'm gonna throw a regular show in there for now. And number five. Dang. Well, let's see. Ooh, Batman the animated series. For sure. For sure. Alright. But back to Avatar, right? Live action Avatar. Watched it. It was just okay. The best episode in the entire series is episode 6. I think episode 6 is called Mask. That is the best episode. Written beautifully. Like, the action was really good. Like, I don't have any complaints about episode 6. Like, it was almost like pretty much perfect, honestly. Rest of the show, I cannot say the same. For example, why is Aang flying in the first episode? He can't fly without his glider, but in the very first episode, he's like flying around and stuff. Just like no airbenders during that time could like fly, to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure Gyatso and the rest of them couldn't fly either. Like, I'm pretty sure the first airbender we ever see fly is in Legend of Korra, and that's what's his name, Zahir. And I didn't even finish this. I didn't even finish that show. I think I watched the first 4 episodes of season 3, and I said, "Yeah, I'm done with this." Like, I don't know. I just cannot get behind Korra to save my life. But yeah, Aang is flying. The acting is just not. Acting is not good. Like, there's some moments that are pretty good, pretty decent, like in episode 6. But sometimes Aang's actor, I don't know his name. Hold on, let me see. Some of his lines, like, he can't hit the emotional stuff. Like, he'll start talking and he'll try to like be sad about something, and it just doesn't land. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Okay, his name is Gordon Cormier. Man, I'm probably butchering these people's name, but his first name is Gordon. He's alright. He's alright. I think Sokka's is done pretty decently. I think Katara is done terribly. When they go to the air temple and Aang sees Gyatso lying on the ground, and he goes into the Avatar state just like in the cartoon. He calms down, and then he talks to Sokka and Katara, and Katara says, the good thing about losing everything. How did she say it? Do you want to know the good thing about losing everything? It teaches you how to fight. And I said to myself, that has got to be the worst line I have ever heard. In the original cartoon, Katara is like the motherly figure of the group. Like, she keeps everyone like in check. Like, and it's brought out multiple times by Sokka and even Toph when she eventually joins the group. That's just who Katara is. That is not something Katara would say. The good thing about losing everything is it teaches you how to fight. What? Terrible line. Terrible line. Oh my goodness. I will say this: the bending looks pretty decent for the most part. The water bending looks weak. I ain't gonna lie. Water bending is probably like my least favorite of the bending, all the bendings, but it looks weak in the show. I don't know what's up with that. They gotta put in more work when it comes to the water bending, because it's like when the water hits people, it don't look like it. That doesn't look like it hurts. Like when they do the water whip and stuff, like come on, bro. But yeah, the show is. I give it like a 4.5 out of 10. Like, I don't know. It in my opinion, it just didn't need to be made. And the only way I think it could be good is if the original creators worked on the show, which I know they did, but they had some creative differences with the people at Netflix, so they walked away, which is smart. And now I see why. Like, I don't think you could do this show live action and well unless you have the original creators, the people that actually created the story in the first place. Um, but yeah, like I said, like everything is okay. So let me talk about like the look of the characters. I think Aang, I think everybody looks good. I think the Fire Lord Ozai, he looks like Fire Lord Ozai. Like yeah, he got that dog in him. Like I think he looks great. I think Iroh looks pretty accurate too. Zuko looks a little off, but I really like his actor. I think his actor does a pretty good job of playing the character. I think he fits it pretty well. Um, June June looks like she jumped right out of the cartoon. Looks amazing. She looks amazing. Um, who else? That's pretty much it for the all the major characters. Master Paku looks on point too. I like his actor as well. Um, I don't like the fact that Aang doesn't waterbend at all. Like why? Like he waterbends like a few times before they make it to the North Pole in the cartoon. In this live action show, he does not waterbend not one time, and I don't get it. Like one of the main reasons for them going to the North Pole in the show was for them to find a waterbending master for Aang. And then it eventually became let's find a teacher for both Aang and Katara. So when they got there, Aang starts waterbending training with Master Paku. And then of course there's that whole thing with the women don't fight and stuff like that in the cartoon as well. But like he didn't do no waterbending while in the North in the live action show. It's just like why? Like in the show, that was like the whole reason for coming to the North Pole in the first place. It's like he doesn't do any training. Katara does a little bit, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like that's one change that they shouldn't have made. But yeah, overall, I give the show like a 4.5 out of 10. Um, I just realized I still haven't seen the live action Yu Yu Hakusho. Hopefully, hopefully they didn't butcher that, but they might have. Um, yeah, I really hope they didn't. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna have to go and watch that for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that for sure. Maybe I should finish the actual show first because I haven't finished Yu Yu Hakusho, the anime. There's a lot of stuff I haven't finished. I haven't finished Fire Force. I haven't caught up to Doctor Stone. Let's see. I haven't finished Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 yet. Um, and there's some stuff that I watched like the first episode and just have not gone back to watch it. Oh, that's one of the. I think it was Kill la Kill. I tried to watch that. I watched the first episode. It seemed pretty cool. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch the rest later. And that was like 3 years ago, and I still haven't finished it. Let's see, because I have like a whole list. Let's see, just stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I'm never gonna finish that. I think I watched the first episode, but I'm not gonna watch that again. Just not for me. Konosuba. I watched the first episode. My friend Vaughn tried to put me on. It's just Sword Art Online with Dang, what did I say? What did I say? It was like Sword Art Online mixed with something else, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, Sword Art Online was trash. It started off great, then it just goes downhill. Um, I feel like Konosuba was probably going to be the same way. Uh, oh, and Ranking of Kings. I've only seen the first episode of that. I actually really do want to go and finish that too, because I hear that it's really good. And so far the first episode was really good. So uh, I need to finish Rurouni Kenshin, the original. Uh, let's see, Kuroko's Basketball. I still haven't finished that. Hunter x Hunter, probably never gonna finish that. Me and my boy Kai talk about this all the time. I believe Hunter x Hunter is very overrated. Like, it's good, right? But it's not as good as people like hype it up to be. I don't know, I can't get behind it. It's just okay to me. And I think and the same thing I told Kai, I think Gon as the main character is probably the reason why. Not that I don't like Gon, it's just that I just don't care about him going to find his dad. Like, I really don't. Like Killua, I like Killua. Kurapika, I like him. Leorio, I like him. But like, Gon is just like, he's very basic compared to those other three. Those other three have like interesting goals and stuff like that. It's just Gon, he don't really have that. He's just a cool kid. And that's fine. You can just be a cool kid, but like for me that's just not enough. It's just not enough for me. Hell's Paradise. Yeah, I still haven't finished that either. I think I watched like the first 3 episodes, I think. I don't know. I might go back and finish that. I don't know. Trigun, I still haven't finished that either. Man, I got a lot of stuff I gotta finish. Megalobox, I still haven't watched season 2 of that. Yep, Yu Yu Hakusho, gotta catch up on that. Yeah. Oh, and Code Geass, I still haven't finished that either. I think I was on episode 13 of season 1. It's really good. I don't know why I stopped. I think it was to catch up on One Piece, which I've done that now. So I guess I need to go back and finish Code Geass. Boruto, yeah, I'm never gonna finish that. Garbage show. Just that was one that should have never been created. Boruto should have never been created. Some of my friends tell me, "Oh, you just need to read the manga." No, I'm not doing that. Because I watched the anime. I watched the first 25 episodes of that anime and was bored. I was annoyed. I hate every character that isn't Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Shikamaru, Rock Lee, Might Guy, Kakashi, and Shino. Everybody else, I can't stand. I don't like Boruto. Shikadai is just his dad. Like this, like what is the difference between Shikadai and Shikamaru? Like, there's literally no difference. But I guess you could say the same thing about Shikamaru and his dad. Like, but I don't know. Boruto just should not have been created. It is just not good, bruh. I know One Piece probably won't, but I'm gonna just say this in case it does. If One Piece ever gets like a sequel series, which, like I said, I doubt it will, I'm not watching that. As much as I love One Piece, I don't know if I could continue to. I don't want to watch the next generation of pirates. I just don't. I love the generation we got here, and I love the past generation with Roger and Whitebeard and Odin. I guess if you count Odin as a pirate. But yeah, One Piece is too long for that. One Piece has been, I don't know, this is no surprise, but One Piece has been really great, especially right now in the manga. Egghead, top 5 arc already. And it'll probably wrap up in, what's this, March? Today is March 9th. Egghead will probably wrap up sometime, maybe the first or second week of April. That's my guess. Egghead has been a really good arc. What's happening now in the manga with the 5 elders showing up? Spoiler if you watch or read One Piece, but the 5 elders just showed up, or they're showing up right now, and we're actually going to see them do stuff. So it's actually very exciting to see. Because they're like one of the biggest mysteries in the show. Even now, like with some of the stuff we've seen with like Saturn by himself, it's still like, dang, that's crazy. Like this is what y'all look like, or like the potential of like what y'all are, or like it's like questions are answered, but then more questions just arise, and that's one thing I love about One Piece, about Oda's writing, is that like he has this mystery, and then he'll give you bits and pieces of it, and then it just makes you think like, dang, like it makes it even more mysterious somehow. It's just like it's really great writing, really great writing on Oda's part. Um, I'm very excited for Elbaf. Hopefully, my boy Usopp gets like a major power up. I'm hoping Conqueror's Hockey. I'm hoping his observation hockey gets boosted somehow. Like, I don't want him to be OP, but man, he needs to do something. I've said this to a few of my friends. Him and Nami running in Wano is unacceptable. Why are you running? You know you're going to war with one of the four emperors. That was literally your whole. That's literally the whole point of the crew going to Wano, was to go to war with Kaido. So once you pull up on him in his house, you acting like you don't want the smoke. It's like, but you knew that's where you was going. And I get it's their characters, and like it's part of their characters to be like scared and stuff, but Oda's got to stop that. Like, you got to let your characters start growing and changing. And yeah, he does that with the characters to some extent after the time skip, but it's like it's not enough. Like at this point, Usopp should not be getting scared over like being scared of everything he comes across. Like, bro, you and your crew has fought multiple warlords and their crews. You yourself fought your own captain, who is now a emperor. Like, you went one on one with your own captain. Why are you still scared of like these other crews and stuff? You have all this trust in your captain and your crewmates. It's time for you to tighten up, bro. Like, you're going to war with Kaido and his crew. Like, tighten up. Take out whoever it is you got to take out and get the win for your crew. Same thing goes with Nami. And I get that her and Usopp and Chopper, they're not like fighters, but like y'all are the commanders of the Straw Hats. Y'all have no choice but to fight. Like, y'all the main crew members. Y'all have to get out there and get W's. Like, you can't be out there looking scary. You can't be running around getting chased by dinosaurs, bro. Like, straighten up, bro. Yeah, that's one of my biggest problems with One Piece, is that Oda refuses to let some of his characters like grow and change. Like with Usopp and Nami being scared all the time, Sanji being this simp for women. Like, I get he has deep respect for women, but like after the time skip, we should have let that over dramatic stuff go. Why did that man almost die in Fishman Island because of a nosebleed? That's trash. Like, come on, bro. A lot of people have been talking down on Dragon. I don't understand why. Like, I'm pretty sure Dragon is definitely Admiral level at best. No, I mean at least. Like, I think he could definitely hang with Kizaru and Aokiji, maybe even Aikinu. Like, and people talking about Dragon as a fraud and stuff. Like, I think Dragon is just smart and just playing his cards right. So I know people want to see Dragon and the Revolutionary Army do stuff, which they will eventually, but I would say right now in the manga, like what's happening right now would be the best time for Dragon to strike. So I don't know what he's gonna do, but hope it's gonna be whatever it is. It's gonna be crazy. Well, I actually want to talk more about One Piece and Dr. Vegapunk. somewhat of a bit of a disappointment, just a little bit. Because what's happening now, it seems like we're not gonna get a lot of answers to questions that we may have, especially since he is the person who's like the number one expert on devil fruits, and we only got like a few questions answered about them. I feel like we didn't get enough time with him, or enough time with like him and Frankie at least. Like him and Frankie should have had like a whole like half a chapter of this, them two talking about like technology and stuff. Especially because since Frankie is such a fan of Dr. Vegapunk and his work, Kuma literally sent Frankie to Dr. Vegapunk's home island to learn about the pacifistas and how to upgrade himself to become stronger, which he did. So I feel like there should have been more. They should have had more time together. And now that this arc is where it's at right now, it feels like there's not gonna be enough time for that. But whatever. Um, but yeah, Dr. Vegapunk was interesting for the time that. I think I'm kind of just spoiling stuff, ain't I? Yeah, Dr. Vegapunk is cool. I'll just put it at that. But yeah. I actually have no clue how long I've been recording. But I think this might be a good place to stop. I don't want this to be too long. So I think I'm just call it quits right here. Hopefully you enjoyed this BeastSpeaks episode 1. Hey, subscribe to the channel and help a brother out, because he might actually be going places with this. Who knows? With that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, wonderful night, whatever time it is, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.